Hey everybody, David here, and today I want to do a review on Bill and Ted Face the Music. This reunites Keanu Reeves with his co-star Alex Winters, who, starred as Bill and Ted back in the late 80s, early 90s. There was 1989's Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, which was the first film, and then there was Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, which came out in 1991. And yes, it's been like 30 years, give or take, since they played these characters. I'm going to be upfront and say that I was never the biggest Bill and Ted fan. I remembered enjoying them, but I didn't remember those films quite as well as I thought when I revisited them, because I did revisit both of them recently. The first one I did rewatch when it was announced that there was another Bill and Ted movie coming, maybe even before that. And I remembered watching it and thinking, okay, I don't remember this movie at all. I must have missed it. But Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey I remember the most, and mostly because of the character of Death, and their antics in hell. I didn't remember it clearly enough, though, because as the movie was going, I was like, oh, okay, I remember this, I remember this. I didn't remember the context it was all in, but as the movie was playing, I was like remembering everything that came. So going back and rewatching it, I was realizing, okay, these are pretty good, fun, dumb films. They turn off your brain, have fun with their antics, and just go with it. And yeah, they're fun. And I would say this new movie, Bill and Ted Face the Music, lives. It captures the spirit of both those films, and I think continues that dumb, fun tradition that the first two movies are. I would say if you are a fan of the original two films, this is definitely for you. I feel like Keanu Reeves and Alex Winters still have it. They definitely play older versions of themselves. They don't overact it. They act like they're characters, but at the same time, they're a little bit more tired than they used to be. They're not as crazy. There's crazy situations, but they themselves are. You can feel that they're older. So, just naturally, I would say. Their daughters also have a story arc in this movie. That's right, Bill and Ted have daughters. Even though in the second film it feels like they were supposed to be sons, but they kind of explain that in this movie, that yes, we know they were called Bill Jr. and Ted Jr., but we're turning them into girls. And there's a reason why that happened, or why that situation turned that way. But I would say they go on a similar journey that their fathers do in the original Bill and Ted film, and I thought that aspect of the film was fun also. I didn't know what to expect from those two characters, but I felt them trying to help their fathers. It was fun. It was fun going into the history of music. We'll leave it at that because I don't want to spoil the characters that they go in, or the people that they go and recruit, if you will. The future stuff was cool too, having Rufus's daughter there. Rufus was played by George Carlin in the original two Bill and Ted movies, and I was wondering how they'd incorporate him and explain his absence in this movie. There is a nice little reference or tribute to him in the film that I thought was really nice. This is definitely a movie for old school fans. A lot of the returning cast members from the previous two films return, especially Death. Death was a cool character in the second film. That was definitely welcome back. He comes in pretty late into the game, but once he's back, it's like, oh yeah, okay, this is cool. And there's some new characters, not just Rufus's daughter, but there's a robot character who I thought was really funny when after he does a mission. Later on, he kind of, I better not go into it, but I'll say he's a really great character when he turns. I'll say that, without spoiling anything, hopefully. So yes, I am going to recommend this movie. I think it was a fun film, just as fun as the first two movies were. Look, this isn't the most groundbreaking movie of all time. I wouldn't expect people to think that way. But look, it's an enjoyable hour and a half film. It's not even that long, so there you go. An hour and a half that goes by pretty quick, and I'll say it was good. I liked it. I gave it a 7 out of 10, just like I gave the original film. I think the second film I would say was a 6 out of 10. If I had to rank them, someone asked me to rank them. I'm not going to make a separate video for just 3 movies, so I'll just say it here. I would rank them 1, 3, and 2. But for the most part, I think they're all pretty much in the same playground, so to speak. Yes, the second one was probably my least favorite of the 3, but it still has some moments that I think are fun. So with that being said, I hope you guys like this video. Please subscribe to my channel and leave down your comments. I'm always curious to know what other people think of some of these movies that I checked out. Are you even interested in this movie, or is it past your prime, or did you enjoy the original Bill and Ted that you wanted to check this one out? I paid the $20 on VOD to check it out. I didn't go to the theaters for this one. I did for New Mutants, and I will be going to the theaters for Tenet, which hopefully next week I'll have that review ready. So with that being said, I hope you guys, well, you know what to do. So until next time, take care.